You know, on this channel, we're all about transcending the thinking mind, breaking free from the shackles of being possessed by this repetitive thought narrative that keeps us stuck in the past and fruitlessly worrying about the future. But of course, although so many of our thoughts can be useless, negative, worrisome, and repetitive, there is of course a place for thinking, like whilst visualizing a compelling future, doing some healthy self-reflection, planning something out, or working on something deeply logical. And then there's self-talk, which has all the downsides that I previously mentioned. But what about positive self-talk? Now, most of you have probably heard about positive affirmations, and many of you may have even used them yourself. At one point a while ago, I used to think they were the most powerful tool for pushing myself in the direction that I wanted to go, and no doubt they can be very helpful if used correctly. But research also apparently shows that for some, affirmations have little or even negative effect if they completely contradict a deeply held belief. If you're the kind of person who really believes you don't have much earning potential at all, then tribal chanting, "I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire" in your head over and over is probably just going to make you cringe up inside, creating a conflict and have you slightly disappointed when Lamborghinis don't start suddenly dropping from the sky. And I've also realised that too many positive affirmations can reinforce a false sense of self based in a world of duality, and that we can get too focused on a story about ourselves when we should be living in our present moment experience, the actual life we have in front of us. But of course, our beliefs about who we are and what we're capable of dictate so much of our behaviour. And changing those beliefs, whether that's using affirmations or positive self-talk or powerful self-questioning, can all be certainly helpful for those of us who aren't necessarily super deep into a mindfulness journey. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing some of the things that have helped me on my journey from having many unhelpful beliefs about myself to believing that so much is now possible. Now, the first step is to realize that beliefs are like tools. They can help you to get a job done, but you don't want to load up with too many and be carrying them all around for the rest of your life. The key here is to use them when they're useful, but not to identify with them too strongly. And the way we start breaking the identification is to observe the thoughts. It's to start becoming aware of the thoughts that you have about yourself and the kinds of things you say to yourself, say about yourself and what you're capable of. Just observing your thoughts, observing those beliefs that you have about yourself is so powerful on its own because it puts you in an observer position watching them as opposed to being completely taken over by them and dragged along by them. And then there's one thing you can do, which is what we could call bring self-talk into the present. For example, if you have a thought or you say it out loud to someone else, something like, "I know I should exercise more." Try to catch yourself doing that and replace it with something like, "I'm the kind of person who's exercising more," or "I'm the kind of person who exercises regularly." Another example, if you keep thinking, "I know I should be working on my passion," try to catch yourself and replace it with, "I'm the kind of person who works on my passion project at least a little bit every day." And then have yourself leaning into those new beliefs about yourself by starting to act them out as if they were true. This brings the beliefs around what you want to do into the present moment, into your way of being, as opposed to always being a thought about the future. When it's always a thought about the future, it always gets postponed. But when it's a belief about your way of being, and what you do on a regular basis, it's much more likely to get done. And then those actions get repeated and repeated and take you to where you want to go. They get repeated and they stack up to bring you what you desire, that healthier body or mind or more exciting life situation. The second thing you can do is, instead of making statements, ask yourself more questions. When you catch yourself thinking, it's not possible, instead ask, is it possible? Or if it was possible, how would it be possible? Instead of running into a situation and simply responding with fear and saying, nope, I can't do that, you start to ask questions and get curious instead. You get creative. That creative problem-solving part of your brain gets activated, and you may even surprise yourself with the ideas that come up, especially if you turn the question over to the silence within you and give yourself some time for your subconscious mind to serve up a solution. The trick is to progressively ask yourself better and better questions. It's great to ask yourself, is it possible? And realize that maybe it is. But then you can ask yourself, what are the small amount of things that I can focus on that will get the biggest results? Or how can I make this easier or more fun? Using this kind of self-talk and then writing down your ideas can give it even more power. Give yourself some time to exhaust all the possibilities, and you might be surprised at some amazing ideas that come up about what you're capable of. Even these days, I can be working on something and get trapped in this black and white thinking, this one-track way of thinking, and it's not until I sit down and ask myself some better questions and meditate on it that startlingly brilliant ideas start to surface. And the third point I want to make here, and this is really important, is to focus on the progress that you're making, not whether you're following everything through to exactly to the T. When we're using positive affirmations or self-talk, it can be tempting to get disappointed if our reality doesn't match up exactly with the things we're trying to affirm in our mind. Perhaps you've been thinking, I'm a money magnet over and over, and then you look at your bank account and it seems the money magnet seems to be repelling rather than attracting. It's tempting to get upset and declare that positive affirmations are a load of BS. But focus on the small wins. Perhaps focus a little less on being money magnet and a little bit more on organizing your money, celebrating the fact that you've been reading up on how to manage your money better, or you looked at your statement and you at least now know where it all went last month and had to think about how to manage it better this month, or that you've started to put 10% aside for investing, or now you're spending some of your money on education and not just hedonism. Affirmations, positive beliefs, and powerful questions bring particular focuses into our life, and it's the focus that matters, because where your energy now flows, that thing then grows. Even if your reality doesn't yet perfectly align with your new positive beliefs, even if you say, I'm the kind of person who exercises regularly, and then you find yourself not working out for weeks because your work got really busy or you fell ill or something, don't get disappointed. You can always try again another week, and celebrate the fact that you're at least thinking about it and doing your best. And it's those small actions that will eventually stack up, giving you more and more momentum until the thing is rolling along all by itself, and then you don't even have to think about it anymore. It just becomes the kind of person you are. Just make sure you recognize that yes, you can do more. You can change things. You can get fitter, healthier, stronger, more knowledgeable, or wiser than ever before. But that first, you can have some inner acceptance for just the way you are. And with that being said, like this video if you liked it, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos helping you with conscious personal growth.